Hi guys, just a quick video. Made a couple small trade. Well, one was a small trade. The other one was a little bit better trade. I bought SPY puts. Actually, EA Sports. Bought EA Sports puts this morning at 9:43. Um, it would have worked out a lot better had I been just a little bit more patient with it. But um, the market was kind of churning higher this morning, and I wasn't real comfortable going with puts. But so I just actually was up better than I was, but I sold the first contract, and when the second one, I set my stop loss to break even on the second one. So you see, I paid $1.14. Sold the first one for $1.25. I think it was actually up to $1.32 or something. So I was up a decent amount, decent percentage, and I put my stop loss at break even on the second one. So I did. You see, I did a market order to get rid of that second one, and it ended up being slightly less than break even. Um, had I held just a little bit longer, it would have been a much better trade. I got in at 9:43 and out at 9:45. So let's take a look. 9:43. I got in puts just towards the close of this candle, almost at the close of this candle, and you see where it went from here. It would have been a really nice trade had I held on and been a little bit more patient. But it went for way more than 140 or 132. But while I was holding it, it went to 132, and then it started to come back. Started to pop back up here, so I went ahead and got out of it at what was it, 126 or something. And the second one for break even. I got in when it broke this pivot point here. So yeah, it would have been a lot better if I would have been a little bit more patient with it, but it is what it is. At least it wasn't a negative. And had a nice trade on Roku. I can't take the credit for this one. Rock from Ramped Up Trading called this one out in the chat room. So I jumped in, and ended up being a really good trade. You see, I made 20% when it was all said and done. I could have made a lot more. It ran a lot longer than that. But I got in calls at 10:19. You see, it took a while. It took almost an hour, about 50 minutes or so. Got in at 10:19 in Roku calls. That was right about here, right after this candle opened. He called it. Actually, I think he called it out back a little bit lower here, but by the time I got in, it was up here. It took me a little bit of lag time for me to get in, and it had a nice pop here, and I was up decent amount here. I think I paid $1.21. Yeah, I paid $1.21, and it made it to, I think it was like $1.36, and I had my sell order for one of them at 141. Made it to like $1.36, and then it pulled back, and I was actually negative here. I thought about bailing when it dropped below this support level, but it didn't close below that support level, so I went ahead and stayed in. Held on, and it popped back up, and I got out of, I think it was 11:18. I got out of the first 11:11. Got out of the first one at 11:11. So just almost at the close of this candle, and I had already had my sell order set at $1.41, just because it was 20 cents up from my entry, $20 per contract. So I already had my sell order set. That was really the only reason, and I kind of saw a little bit of resistance here. You see these three candles. It's not a lot of really resistance, but anytime I have two or three candles with the tops at almost the same level. Naturally, you're gonna have two of them together at the same level all the time, like here. But I had the tops of the candles all three right here, so I was kind of looking at that as that might be a little bit of resistance, which it kind of was. You see this big candle here, and then it stopped when it got right to there, and it kind of pulled back right to close to those levels. But I already had my sell order in for $1.41, and it came over here and it started to pull back a little bit. I got out of the second one at, I think it was 11.19, 11.12. 11.12 I got out of the second one. So actually right at the beginning of this candle, the candle opened and it pulled back slightly, and I said I'm not gonna I gave up money this morning on the EA trade because I set my stop at break even, and ended up it was only an $8 trade when it was all said and done, and I didn't want to do that again. So it started to pull back here, and I said, all right, that's it. I was happy with 20% on it. Good, I'm getting out. I think it actually went to like $1.90 something over here. So definitely would have been nice if I would have held on to that, but ended up being 20%. You see, paid $1.21, and my average exit was what, $1.44 and a half. To do the math, it worked out to just over 20%. It was like 20.2%. So yeah, I'll take that all day long. Definitely a nice trade. I said I can't take the credit for it. Rock from Ramped Up Trading called that one out, and it would have been a little bit nicer if I would have got in at the same time he did, but it was probably about a minute or two after he got in, and I already had this nice big pop, so I got in a little bit later than what he did, but nonetheless, still 20%'s nice. So that's it for today. Gonna be a short one. I got to get going here. Not sure if I'll do one tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be on at all tomorrow, if I'll be doing any trading. I get a lot of things I got to get done. Might do a little bit in the morning, but I don't know if I'll get a video out because I'll be leaving pretty early. So anyway, happy trading. Good luck, and be smart, be patient, and patience. And actually right here, I was getting close to bailing, but Rock kept stressing patience, and his stop was actually down here at the low of day. I didn't want to let it go that far. I was looking at this candle here thinking my stop was going to be either a close below this candle, or if it touched the bottom of this candle, I was going to get out. But it worked out. The theory behind it is, if it goes below this, then you're not going to have a higher low. As long as you have a higher low, then the trend is still intact. So alright, see everyone maybe tomorrow, probably next week, and thanks for watching, and bye.